Peace, peace, peace. This is your international sales and marketing hitman, your humble hip hop sales coach, Tiger Toledo. And you already know what it is, man. You're rocking with the best. You heard? Just wrapped up doing a class on the Notary Business School. Shout out to the Hit Squad, the Notary Hit Squad, man. I love doing something for the Notary Business School with Andre Hatch's platform. Shout out to everybody on there. It was phenomenal. I shared a lot of information. We had a couple of glitches here and there, but you know, technology it happens, man. It happens with technology. But I wanted to share this question that a notary asked me, right? So he said, "Hey, look, hey Tiger, how much money did you make, man? Like, what's the most amount of money that you've made?" And I'm gonna break it down to you guys. The most money I've made as a notary in a month was a little under 10 grand for that month. But let me put a disclaimer out with that one too. Since I started in this notary business, I have never attacked this business on a full-time capacity. I do this business part-time. So the 10 grand, the 4 grand, the 5 grand, 6 grand, so on and so forth, that is only on the notary side of things on a part-time situation, okay? Part-time, like meaning I will probably only invest anywhere from 3 to 4 hours per day into this business. I have auxiliaries that are working on autopilot for me in this business. Those are the things that I really put a lot of time and effort into, because that is making money while I sleep. That's wealth right there. Me working for every single dollar is not wealth. Me making money while I sleep, me making money while I'm at Dave and Buster's with my kids, me making money putting on my virtual reality, my Oculus, and playing what is that game, man? Whatever that game is, but that's wealth when you can make money around the clock. So for those that are looking to really take their business to not a workforce type of level, but a level where your efforts pay for your lifestyle and you no longer have to put in that sweat equity into it, that's what I do. That's what I love. I love digital real estate. You hear people go into real estate? I go into digital real estate. What's digital real estate? Digital real estate is Rise of the Smart Notary. Rise of the Smart Notary makes money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Amazon. I have 2 books like that. Both of them have hit top 5 bestseller and #1 new release. I don't say that to brag, but I say that to say the formula works. You can even look up my homie Jawan. He released his book. He said, "Hey, Tiger, how do I get my book to chart?" He reached out to me and I said, "Jawan, do this, that, and the third." Sure enough, the formula is successful And the formula stands strong and true until somebody uses the formula and does not get the required results. So as of right now, the formula works. Another digital real estate would be my online academy, right? My online academy works 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is constantly getting new enrollees, like monthly. We get new people signing up for the Notary Cash Flow Academy on a monthly basis. That course makes money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether I'm awake, whether I'm asleep. I have created automated systems in my notary business where it allows me to create passive income. So the very call script that I created for notaries, that in my calculation, from social media to all the platforms to everybody that I've taught, I've already taught over 1,000 notaries. Now let me explain to you. There is about 5.9 million notaries in the United States. We're not talking about international markets now. We're talking about just the United States. There's about 5.9 million notaries in the United States. So I really didn't, I didn't permeate the market yet. Let's just say that. I haven't filled the interspaces of the market yet. I've only trained probably 1,000, and that's nothing. That's a drop in a bucket when it comes to training notaries. But the call script has enabled notaries all across the United States to increase their income. It has helped notaries all across the United States, actually in a couple of countries as well, to increase their income. That is wealth for me. Like, to be able to help other people, like other people increase their income, quit their jobs, like, that is a phenomenal feeling. But I want you to understand something. Like, I couldn't do that stuff, and I would feel like an imposter if I didn't do it for myself first. So try your models on yourself first. See if they work. See if you need to tweak it. See if you need to, equalize it a little bit. Turn up a little bass. Turn down the treble a little bit, right? To perfect your craft. Once you perfect that craft, just like they do in the circus, you take that show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. I have some very special events that I'm trying to work out right now, trying to get, here in Chicago, they have what is called the Odyssey Yacht, right? I want to do something extravagant where I do a conference on this yacht at nighttime in Chicago on Navy Pier. You guys don't know what I'm talking about? Look it up, Odyssey Yacht at Navy Pier in Chicago. It is a phenomenal experience. It will be a group of notaries, like notaries from all across the United States, that will come, and we will have a conference on this yacht on the water. I call it Notary Conference on the Water. So I'm trying to work the logistics to see how I would actually put these things together. But that is something I feel would be super exciting, an experience that no one has ever done, because we actually were going to do something like that in another business of ours. It didn't materialize to where we wanted it to. I forgot, it was going to be like, it was for when we were in the engineering, when I was working for the engineering business. We were going to do something for the engineers on that yacht. So now that I'm no longer in the business, I'm looking to do an event on a yacht for notaries, specifically for notaries, and it's going to be like this beautiful conference. Food is going to be there. We're going to have food. There's actually a nightclub within that yacht, so you'll be able to go to the different level and party up, right? The Odyssey yacht actually hits the water in Michigan, in Lake Michigan. You'll oversee the beautiful Chicago. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's a goal of mine right now to actually put this conference together on that yacht. A buddy of mine, shout out to Donnie, Bryant, he's about to do something phenomenal at the Signature Room, which is, if I'm not mistaken, that's the 89th floor in the Sears Tower. So I'm super excited to help my buddy out with that. I'm going to actually see how these conferences are put together. A lot of you guys know I come from the music industry, so it's right up my alley when it comes to promotions and stuff like that. But when you start making income for you and your family while you sleep, then you tapped into something. But as of working for every single dollar, there's nothing wrong with that. But be aware that you are in the 21st century right now. You do need to tap into some of this technology that is available to you and I. A lot of this stuff wasn't available. I mean, like we couldn't level out the playing field 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like there weren't cell phones like we have now, where I can broadcast live with you guys on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and other platforms on a handheld. Back then they had brick phones, you know what I mean? Back then you couldn't even take a picture on the phone. You had like a Primeco phone with a big ugly ass antenna on there. It was fucking ridiculous, right? Now you have these smartphones that are just as powerful as your Apple computer. So my goal is to show you guys all of these different ways that you can make money with all of these auxiliary products within the notary industry, and you don't have to break your back and put so much time and effort into all of this stuff. It leads me to my steady stamping course that I'm going to be rolling out within the next, a couple weeks from now, which is going to teach a lot of notaries, one, how to publish a book. That's on day 3. How to publish your book without writing a word. I'm gonna show you guys how to get ghostwriters, how to vet the ghostwriters, how to get an editor, how to do all of this stuff, and then actually start releasing books. I have 28 books right now. I'm a 3-time best-selling author. The system works. Then day 2, I am going to show you about merchandising. We live in an e-commerce world right now. As you guys see, like a lot of the big department stores, a lot of the Macy's, the Bloomingdale's, they're closing down stores. More people are buying fashion, even high-end fashion, online right now. They're not going to these retail spots as much as they used to. You need to tap into some of that. I've created some notary shirts, and they have sold really, really, really well. I'm gonna show you guys how and what company to use, where I make shirts, but I don't touch not one piece of garment, not one. And I'm gonna let you know something. I used to have a clothing line. It was called Gullywear & Co. Right? It was called Gullywear. I used to go out and actually buy the shirts. I used to go to the printing manufacturer, the screen printer, pay the graphic designer to design this design. He'll make the shirt. Then after the screen printers make the shirt, I'll take the shirt and then go to different stores and canvas the stores and try to sell my shirts to different stores on consignment. I mean, it was grueling. It was exciting, but it was grueling at the same time, man. Like, you got to be cut from a different cloth to push a closing line in that fashion, the way I did it and the way a bunch of other people were doing it at the time. Only a few of them survived. Only a few survived. My closing line did not survive. I'm going to let you know right now. My closing line did not survive. The one dude that did survive, he got a big sneaker deal with Puma right now. And then he's doing all kind of dope ass shit right now. So shout out to Fashion Geek. But I'm going to show you guys how to have creative merchandising and put them up ready to sell, and then the other company will select the garment, print your design, and they will ship it to your customers for you, and you get paid a royalty for every single shirt that is sold, and you don't have to lift a finger. I can't tell you how many times I've woken up and then bada bing, bada boom, there's some money in the bank because somebody had purchased a shirt, especially my Run DMC Notary shirt. That shit is lit, all the way lit. You guys can go click the link in the bio and then check that out. But that shirt was flying off the chain. My EPMD Notary shirt as well, flying off. So I'm going to teach you guys about merchandising, how to do it without spending a dime. And then the last thing I'm going to show you, what am I doing on day one? Email marketing. Day one for I'm doing email marketing. I'm going to teach you guys email marketing for notaries. And it's very important nowadays. Like, here's the funny thing, because I was explaining this to somebody, a colleague the other day, and I was telling him, I was like, actually, I was talking to one of my staff members, and I was like, I remember a few years ago, like at least like 3 or 4 years ago, I was like, this email marketing don't work. This shit is bullshit. Nobody opens up their email, nevertheless make money off of email. That's ridiculous. Who does that? Boy, was I corrected. All they kept telling me at that point was, like, 5 years ago, they said, keep building your list, keep building your list, keep building your list. Now, what happened to me on MySpace, I got jerked on MySpace because when I had my closing line, I would announce all of my new releases on MySpace, right? And then on MySpace, they would, I would put the store, I would put our shirts that are hanging on the rack or actually in the front window of the store and say, man, go cop this shirt at Tony Sports, or go cop our shirt at Self-Conscious or Juggernaut. Shout out to all those guys that gave me a shot when I needed a company to pick up my merchandising. And they did, and I was able to promote my brand and the latest shirts that I had on MySpace. Now, when MySpace went belly up, I lost 10,000 followers. Now I was no longer able to send out this information to potential clients that wanted to buy more of my garment. That was my first lesson on email marketing. But I still was a bit ignorant onto it, right? It wasn't until, I believe it was Facebook. Facebook put me in Facebook jail one day, and I had a promotion that was coming out. I was doing some radical shit. I'll be honest. I was doing some radical shit. As disruptive. As they would call it, it was disruptive, right? It was disruptive to the point where we could have banned this dude for 30 days. The problem was I had a certain promotion going on at that time. And because Facebook banned me, I could not continue to promote that new release, that new promotion, and it costs me money. And that is when I was like, you know what, I really do have to push. I really do have to push this email marketing shit, whether it works or not. Enough people saying, hey, I really need to pay attention to this. All right, I started doing it, and I just kept building up my email. All that time, I didn't believe in that shit at all. I'm gonna be honest. I did not believe that emails actually made money until I started making money in emails. So day one, I'm going to be teaching you guys email marketing basics on how to get that automatic money, man, that automation money, because that email shit is sick, dude. A lot of people read emails right now, and then what I'm finding out is like a lot of younger generations are reading a lot more emails today. They're reading a lot more emails because there's coupons attached to those emails and they're opening them up. So I'll be teaching that. So day one, I'm going to teach you guys on steady stamping, email marketing basics. The second day, I'm going to teach you guys merchandising, how to create a clothing line or a product line without picking up one piece of garment. And then the third session, the third day, I'm going to be teaching you guys about publishing, how you can literally publish your own books without writing one single word. So if you guys want to find out more about that, you can go to the link in the bio, click Steady Stamping. We're still in our pre-launch, so you can take advantage of the pre-launch promotional right now. Normal price is $243, but it's going for $97. It's a steal. The shit I'm gonna show you in those 3 days will change your life forever. It will change your life forever. Hopefully you'll make way more money than I. That's the goal. I'm gonna be your humble servant. I'm gonna show you everything that I learned, everything that worked for me. So I'm not gonna fill in a bunch of bullshit in there. Everything that I have made money off of, and then you guys can take it and run with it, and then you literally can duplicate it in any business that you touch. That is my contribution to our community. So peace, love, happiness, and cash flow to all you guys. I wish you the best.